Geraldine Ryan Lush, and I'm here to talk some more about some more ghost stories. I'm wearing my witch hat today. You may wonder why I'm wearing a witch hat on the 30th of July. Well, I'll tell you why. I love Halloween. I have always loved Halloween, and I don't think it's too early to plan for Halloween or talk about Halloween, particularly when I've written a total of 4 ghostly books. The first 2 were fiction, Hannigan's Hand and Hannigan's Hand, The Ghost Woman Talks, which both were based on a true story. The second one actually is based as a Ouija board activity in it, which maybe you may find interesting. After that, I did a non-fiction book of true stories in Newfoundland, Labrador, which I will show you in a second. And currently, I'm working on a 4th paranormal book, which is the second in the series of true stories of Newfoundland and Labrador. This book, Haunted Towns, Ghost Stories of Newfoundland and Labrador, is doing wonderful, and I like to talk about it because people are very, very interested in it and have shown their interest by purchasing it, downloading it, sharing it in every possible way they can, which is wonderful. I'm going to talk today about a story in it that is about a true story. I don't know how many of you are familiar with the term crisis apparition, or actually even believe that such a thing can happen. The story I'm referring to in this book involves a crisis apparition. Very sad story, true story. This lady's daughter was traveling, and she unfortunately got killed in as far away as England, and her mother received a phone call from her 30 minutes after she had died. So that story is detailed in full in this collection, Haunted Towns, Ghost Stories of Newfoundland and Labrador, along with another 30 or 35 really fascinating true stories. So I just wanted to tell you about the crisis apparition story because it's very, very, it's intriguing for sure. And, it's sad, very sad, but it's intriguing because so many people probably would like to share things that happen to them, but they're reluctant, and especially if the people that happened to in their lives were close to them. So this is a true story that was told to me, and I shared it in the book. And I would like you to look in the book and read the story if you're interested. And there's lots of other stories in there, intriguing titles which I will be getting into. I will mention each one in separate videos. And while you're waiting for the second collection, Haunted Towns 2, was originally slated for December of this year, December 2020. However, things are going so well that it may just be out for Halloween. Isn't that wonderful? I'm so excited because I just love Halloween, and I can't stop saying how much I love Halloween. It's just, I just love that time of the year, and I wish it could last longer than one day because it's just, I love the weather, I love the mystery, I love the smoky kind of atmosphere, and I think it goes back to when I was a child in a rural community in Newfoundland, and we were away from the city and away from city delights, you know, and city things to do. We didn't even have a paved road or electricity. No, it wasn't Little House on the Prairie. It's just that in those years, a lot of places in Newfoundland didn't have electricity. And actually some of the places were, including where I'm from, didn't have electricity until probably around the mid-60s. So it was a nice time. We had to make our own fun and do our own things. And Halloween was always fun because we made our own costumes. And sometimes our parents would go to St. John's, which was the nearest city, about 2 hours drive by gravel road, mostly. And they would go to Woolworths or the arcade or somewhere like that, and they would bring us back a Halloween mask, plastic Halloween mask, which would be really sweaty on our faces, and and we would make our own clothes, but we always had a new mask to wear. So we would traipse up and down the road in the community with our mask and our homemade clothes, costumes, carrying a turnip, of all things, a turnip jack-o'-lantern. We didn't have pumpkins. I'm not sure I ever saw a pumpkin in those years, a real one anyway. And very rarely do we see a plastic one either. So we would carry a turnip, which our dads would go to the cellar and find a nice big fat turnip that he would scoop out and put a candle in it lit by paraffin oil. And we would take that turnip, he would put a bit of wire in it too, hole on each side, and tie the wire on each side. We would hold the turnip by the wire, and we would walk up and down in our community in nighttime. It was dark too, because there was no electricity, no street lights. So I don't know how we didn't fall over this cliff or something, but you know, we all seemed to make it okay. So that was our Halloween, and we would look forward to that for so long, and I can still smell the candle burning. I'll never forget that fragrance from, you know. And every Halloween I always like to burn candles and so on, because the smell just takes me back, and it's just so evocative, and the mystery and everything was just so special. And I don't think I ever forgot that. And it was always a time of storytelling. You know, storytelling was so big in those years because we didn't have any other pastimes, and all our families and neighbors and so on, they were unbelievable storytellers, and which, you know, was passed down to them over decades and centuries of, and of course there's a lot of the Irish influence, which is so much of part of Newfoundland, because we are very, very, very much Irish and British. Where I come from, it's mostly I think Irish, the Irish loop of Newfoundland. And my mother, she comes from Conception Bay, Brigus, that area, Brigus, Avondale, Cupids. There's a bit more British out there, but there's still a nice portion of Irish as well. So I have all these influences that that never went away, and I always loved stories, and you know, I that's why I guess I always wrote too. So I've written all kinds of different genres of writing, but the past few years, along with other forms of writing, I have done paranormal works. So this is why I love Halloween. It stays with me, and it's evocative, and it's so magical and so conducive to imagination, because you know, you can dress up whatever way you like, you can be who you like, and it's I think probably it touches on some kind of acting desire in me somewhere too, you know, the theatrics and so on. So that's why I love Halloween, and I'm connecting Halloween with these books of non-fiction true stories in Newfoundland and Labrador. So this one has been out for a while, and doing extremely well, and I have another collection coming, like I said, for Halloween. Hopefully, if all goes well. It was supposed to be Christmas, but if all goes well, it will be out for Halloween. So I hope you get a chance to, while you're waiting for the new collection, to peruse this collection, Haunted Towns, Ghost Stories of Newfoundland and Labrador. You could find it on the Amazon sites, .ca and .com. You can find it Barnes & Noble. You can find it on Chapters. You can find it pretty well everywhere you look on the internet for this book, and it's also in libraries. So anyway, thank you so much for listening, and I hope you enjoy my little trip down memory lane about my Halloween when I was a child, and I hope that it does bring back some memories for you. So thank you so much, and if you would like, you can subscribe to my channel. I think I have the button pressed right there now. So YouTube is something that I've gotten into recently, and I'm still kind of playing around and make sure I do everything right, but I think you can be able to press something there and subscribe. And thank you so much, and have a real nice day. Bye.